Chris Garcia here with Investor Depot.
My name is Jose and I'm here with Investor Depot. I'm their cabinet installer. We're going to be showing y'all how to do the assembly on our Procraft cabinets.
And today we actually have a base 33-inch espresso shaker cabinet. We're going to do the assembly from basically from door frame to base. We've had a lot of questions from clients asking us how do these cabinets go together. The instructions really don't give a whole lot of information, but we're definitely going to eliminate that and have a better display here for you guys. So I'm going to step out and let Jose take over. He's going to give an explanation of what kind of equipment we end up using, and as far as the tricks of the trade we're putting these together, so if there's any issues or anything that occur, you definitely know how to handle it.
So normally when I do the assembly of these cabinets, I would use glue, wood glue, and I use an 18 gauge brass nailer. And as well, you will need a drill with a Phillips bit to do the assembly for these cabinets. And right here, so normally on these cabinets, we have our door frame and our box, which these are our doors, our drawer parts, our corner pieces, slides, hinges, screws, shelf clips, etc. And so what I normally do, I separate all my pieces to make sure I have everything before I start assembling. I normally start off by putting in the panels and so on, which I'm going to be demonstrating right now. So how we would normally start, we'll start with some wood glue, put it on the face, on the edge of the grove. Not too much, just as necessary as it needs, because if not, you'll get it all over the cabinet.
Now what Jose's doing right here, and this is one of the key parts when you're putting together these cabinets, is you want to actually come in with the sides at an angle. These are actually tapered, so you want to come in at an angle. Here he's actually going to show you. These are actually cut at an angle here.
If you actually see this, it has a little angle, and if you look at the face, it has the same angle on it. So these, you got to put them at an angle as you put them in. If not, they will not go in.
And it's not nice, especially when you're doing the pantries, because you'll be fighting it for hours trying to get them together, and you end up running the risk of actually damaging or breaking them in the process. Sometimes you can slide them in, depends on how well
it's not going in smoothly, you can just slide it in there.
These cabinets are actually designed to slide into each other from the back panels, side panels, and it depends. Sometimes they're actually not quite completely cut. You can slide them in really easily.
So what I do after that, I grab the bottom piece of the base cabinet, put a nail on the side to hold it in place. I use 1 1/4 nails. After that, I put the back piece and as well, to hold it in place, I like to put a couple of nails on the side. About 3 or 4 nails would be fine. After that, you come with your other side piece. This one, it's more difficult because this one you do have to put it at an angle. You can't slide it in, so you gotta make sure it sits right down there. And we'll go in there. Do the same thing. Put a couple of nails in there. And for the back, you're gonna have 2 holes, which you have 2 long screws that are gonna go in here. So these would be 1-inch long screws that come with the pack. After you get those, you have some L brackets that would be going on here to hold the face, just to keep it in place better, which are these. And these you would be putting with the small screws. So you kind of center them in between and just put them in there. After that, we'll be flipping it around. You will be putting the toe kick plate on. And that one would just be nailed with the 18 gauge nail. After that, we'll be standing it up on the floor. And we would be putting all 4 corner pieces in the corner to make it stronger. And those go again with the 1-inch Phillips screws that come with it. So you have your back ones. These go in every corner. Normally on this one, you want to put it first in the face and then kind of pull it towards the front. So you want your face to be, this space to be closed. You don't want it pulled out or have a gap in between. So you will start with the first one going into the face. Because you don't want this going on. So that's pretty much it for your cabinet. So after that, we'll be doing the slides put in and then putting on the doors. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing the drawer demonstration. So on your face, when you open it up, you'll be having some lines that tell you where your drawer piece is going. So you have your sides and you have your front and back. Your back part will have some notches. That's how you'll know that that's your back part. And then the front will just not have them. So the front, the notch goes towards the bottom where you have your lines. And normally it's gonna be your top line, the one that you're gonna be using. And you have some of the 1-inch screws that you're gonna be using to put on these 6 holes. So you wanna make sure it stays right in the line. That way your face will be precise. Your side pieces going in there. These would just normally go in here. What I like to do preferably is to put a little bit of drops of glue just to make sure it keeps it on in place. And then after that, just put your sides in. It should go in pretty smoothly. Put both of them. Just make sure everything's lining up. And then after that, you would be putting your bottom of your drawer inside. It should just slide right in. After that, you would be putting in your back piece. After that, what I like to do with the 1.25 inch, put some nails on the side just to make sure it stays in place. glue dries. Make sure you have it straight, that way it won't shoot up or down. After you have your drawer built, you want to put your slides in it in the cabinet. For that, in your slides box, you're going to have these clips coming in there, which these are pretty simple. This will be going towards the bottom, and you have your little holes on the back with these, so they'll just clip right in. After that, you grab your slides. You'll just slide them in there. And you have your little holes on the sides that will tell you where exactly it goes. You'll grab some of the small screws and put them on there. Just slides in place. And you have these little clips that before you put the drawer on, you gotta pull them back on both sides. These little clips. And you pull your slides out. So you want to pay a lot of attention that you have this hook that's going to hook up onto the back of your drawer, and you have this that your drawer is going to fall in there on this little clip. So once you have your drawer over here, this is the back part, which the ones on the back are going to go in here. The ones on the bottom of the slide are going to go in here. So just make sure those fall in place and your drawer should just slide perfectly in there. So you make sure everything clips good. After that, you have your clips that you pulled out, you clip them back in. Just clip it back in there in place, and you should slide in there. After that, we're just going to put on the hinges on the doors. You should not take off the wrap until the end. That way you make sure your doors don't get damaged. For those, here you have your hinges. Okay, so your doors normally come notched for the hinges. They should come. So your hinge just slides right in there. You have your prefabricated holes where your screw's gonna go as well. So they should just fall right in place. You're going to use your small screws for those to put on the hinge. After that, you have your 1-inch screws, but they're a little different. They have a bigger head, rounder head. So just make sure you use the right screws. And on the cabinet, you want to lay it down. It'll make it way easier on you when you're putting on your doors. As well, you have your holes for where your hinges are going to fall. So you want to make sure they fall right in place. And after that, you just put your screw in there. Just tighten it enough, not too much, because your screw will break. You want to close it gently first. Do the same thing with your next door. Put on the hinges and wrap it on hinges. Wrap your 4 screws that you're going to need for your hinges. You grab once again your screws for the door, the long screws. Make sure you get your door where it needs to be. And after that, you want to stand up your cabinet. You got your buffers. Normally on the drawers, you'll get one in every corner. Buffer in each corner. that way, and you put it on your doors too. That way, when everything's gonna be flushed out after you put your bumpers in.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a simple tutorial that we did here for assembling the Procraft cabinets. And also, as far as the sides being unfinished, depending apart which side you have facing outward, or if it's in between two sides, you would put a skin on the sides, and when finished out after being assembled in place, you would also cut and fit the toe kick and tack it in place too as well with an 18 gauge brad nailer. If you guys have any other questions regarding these cabinets, please look us up on Facebook or go to our website at investordepot.com. Give us a shout, and we definitely will help you guys get through this or any further questions regarding our products. Thank you, and you have a nice day.